Hey everybody, Street You Grew Up On is back, and I'm super excited because I'm going to be speaking with some grassroots leaders through an organization called Vision Into Power Cohort. It's a program I started to invest in organizers who are building power in their communities. Some of them are working on the very streets that they grew up on, and some of them are just making sure that all streets are more equitable and filled with justice and liberation for everybody. So let's go. So I want to start by asking you about the street that you grew up on.
Federal Boulevard,
Wright Avenue,
Pepper Tree Drive,
O'Leary Road,
DeSoto,
Temple Road,
14th and Hampshire,
Eberhard,
Smith Street.
Mildred Street.
When did you know that you wanted to be an organizer?
There's a little bit in my blood.
I want to be up in those decisions that are being made about me, about my community, about our way of life and our right to exist.
You just want yourself and people around you to live, to not just survive, but to thrive.
For me, it's like going back to that place where really having a deep understanding of who are your neighbors, not just their names, but who they are.
First time I went out at my little apartment complex where we moved, I got into a fight. So my mom was like, you can't fight because that's going to go on your permanent record. Well, how do I respond? I can't physically fight. So at Gateway High School, like we started to do activism.
When my grandmother came to this country, she worked as a nanny and a domestic worker.
Mine too.
And then I guess I was in my 20s when I co-founded the National Domestic Workers Alliance.
Wow.
I was a pharmacy technician the day Mike Brown was killed.
Oh, wow.
I had maybe some volunteer experiences, but nothing like what I do now as far as the organizer goes.
I think that my mom, because of her immigrant experience, knows something about community and bringing people together and kind of like building family relationships, even though, they're not blood or marriage relationships.
I, as a kid, was always there hanging out with a bunch of old ladies who had this swagger about them, and some of them had been a part of the Women's Emergency Brigade.
I want people to grow up and feel the safe and supportedness and community and care that I felt. We can't sit on the bench in this time and be apolitical.